Okay, doing a quick look at the new Dainese actual genuine Enduro jacket. They haven't done one of these in a while. They call this the Alligator Tex, so Alligator Textile jacket. And what this is, from what I can tell, meant to be is kind of a cool to mild weather Enduro jacket. Maybe you can stretch it into some of the warmer months if you're not doing like a really hard Enduro and you want this more for the nice style or to wear over separate body armor. So think of this as very much a competitor to the Klim Dakar and some similar jackets. Price point wise, I don't think this is for sale in the US yet. In Europe, it's coming in around the $300 mark. So it's a little more expensive than the Dakar. I think in some ways the build quality is a little bit higher. You can certainly see some details. The fit and finish of Dainese tends to be very high. And the nice thing too is you've got their standard level 1 hard shell over foam armor at the limbs. So the Klim doesn't come with any armor at all. So really 280-ish in the US for a Dakar, 300-ish depending on where this comes in for the Alligator. Pretty comparable, really. Some very nice features. And again, this is a size 52. I'm about 185 pounds right now, 42-inch chest. And this fits very roomy. So I'd say true to size. It's scaled to fit over their new line of separate body armor, which is a kind of a standard MX hard shell over foam as well. Again, very similar to the Dakar. Doesn't have as much stretch material, but it does still have some, and the cut is quite loose for mobility. Features and nice little bits here. You have a loop back collar with a snap, which is what they're doing on a lot of their gear now. The downside is you don't have a second loop for the right hand side, so it is going to kind of stay together a little bit. And you have snapbacks for this placket here all the way down. I'm not sure why. I guess so you can unzip, and if you're wearing it over like a chest protector, it's going to give you more airflow if you're working really hard on a mild day. You do have kind of covenant or chest vents here. You've got a pocket. You have upper shoulder vents as well. You have quite long upper bicep vents, and then you've got the adjuster here is kind of to them to kind of help hold it open or also snug down on your arms. And same thing here. So this is, I think, the biggest step up over the Dakar is if you want to use these with integrated armor. On the Dakar, the integrated armor just kind of moves around because you have nothing to snug it down. It's really meant to be worn over a separate set of armor. This can work as a standalone jacket with no separate armor component, much better in my opinion, because you have the ability for security of the armor here. You have, most of this is, it feels like a 500-600 Dainese nylon. It's one of their generic nylons. But it's definitely pretty standard, I'd say, for a adventure enduro type jacket. And then all the way down the elbow here, you have their D-Stone, much higher abrasion resistance fabric. Nothing matching on the shoulder, unfortunately, but I think that's in part due to the fact that this does have the ability to do the whole arm unzip thing, if you want to wear it as a vest. And if you do, you can see there is your shoulder armor. There's the hard shell. That is, of course, extra abrasion resistance. Should you ever crash hard enough to wear through the fabric shell, you've still got plastic protecting your soft bits. Same thing here at the elbow. I will, with this off, the adjuster here is quite simple, but the one nice thing is it actually goes very wide. On the Dakar, you have that long vent zip on the top, and you don't really have much other way to expand the cuff. This cuff is wider by default. You can snug it down quite a bit, and then, like I said, you have the ability to kind of really snug things down with this adjuster here. So that is quite nice. Flipping it around briefly, you have a single, simple vent up top. I would have preferred to have seen double side zips, especially if you're wearing a backpack like a Kriega or a hydration pack. It's nice to have the vents down on the side. And then this whole area here down to right about here is a fairly decent 4-way stretch material. So that's nice. That's it, unfortunately, for the stretch, but it's better than nothing. You do have gussets at the side if you need to expand even further. And this is a quite long jacket, as you saw on me. You have, opening it up, you have a main zip, of course. And one nice thing about the main zip is it's actually a double zip. So you can always unzip from the bottom up if you need, if you're sitting for a while, you need it to kind of not ride up into your neck, which can be a problem. I mentioned the double pockets here. You have top-loading, non-waterproof pockets here. You also have a rabbit pouch in from the side at the back there. And then another nice feature from the Dainese jacket jackets is, unlike the Klim, they have provisions on either side for, you can use this as a really big pocket, or it'll accept their or D3O or anybody's chest protectors. All the divided chest protectors are very similar. So that's a nice feature. You can pop some chest protection in here. It's also got a pocket for a back, one of their standard back protectors in the back, and I think there's a couple of small pockets inside, but otherwise it's a pretty minimalist inside. Again, they call it on the product page. This is meant to work with their new line of separate MX gear, so it's pretty simplistic. The colors are really attractive. It comes in this black, kind of tan, and almost fluorescent red, like kind of traditional Dainese red, which I think this would look great on like an Africa Twin or something. In fact, that's why I bought it. It's a little bit big for me, and a little bit bulkier than anything I need personally. It also comes in like a kind of high-vis navy blue that's just good looking to begin with, or would look great with a Husqvarna or something. And it comes in a third color, I forget. I think I'll put it on the splash screen so you can see all of them. All around, like I said, nicely finished. You've got some padding up here, mesh here, traditional Dainese fit and finish. Pretty neat. Good to see more competition in the true Enduro jacket space. Some people like the zip-offs, some people don't care, but hey, it's there, and it means what I've done with the Dakar before is you can like unzip a couple inches, and then you've got vents directly into your armpits. That's kind of nice when it's hotter out. So yeah, that's the Dainese Alligator jacket. Like I said, great to have options. Actually usable as a separate Enduro-style adventure jacket if you want that, or a good shell for cooler months over separate body armor.